Hello, my lovable misfits. It's time I talked about what I have been seeing on Twitter and the constant back and forth between two camps, the forced diversity lovers and Canon Cops, under which I fall. What do I mean by those terms? Diversity lovers. These are people that cheer and will die on any hill where the traditional white character is swapped for a character of another race or sexual orientation without regard for canonical descriptions or the original on-screen media that was produced. They will cheer for Anne Boleyn, a historical figure, being acted by a black woman and cry racist when the show tanks. They do the same for any remake in which the protag is swapped. They will fawn over any new piece of media, whether it's a good story or a bad one, just because they see themselves in it. Canon Cops. These are the people who will hate watch, endlessly argue, and die on every hill of their fandom because they are witnessing the demise of their beloved works and interpretation of those works. They will cite original canon, produce endless exhibits of proof, only to be blocked or called every ist or phobe currently in the lexicon of the internet. They will monetize their haters and the media they hate to tell people how much they hate it. Now on to the letters. Dear forced diversity lovers, I understand you are starving for representation, but are you so desperate in seeing stories with minorities in them you will settle for those scraps Hollywood and other entertainment media tosses to you? Are you so happy with seeing race swaps, stereotypes, and caricatures of your race, sexuality, or ethnicity that you are too busy to see they are mocking you? Are you too busy clapping like a trained seal to realize they stole the story to represent you and make you cheer? Have you forgotten that your ancestors and the LGBT people that have come before have stories to tell that are rich and captivating? Are you yearning so badly for representation that you don't care about the story as long as the role goes to someone who is your race, ethnicity, or sexual orientation? Have you become so shallow you are judging on those criteria instead of empathizing with the character's struggle and turmoil and how they overcome it? Have you become that narcissistic? You need to stop settling for sloppy seconds and tokenization. Those things should not be the standard. It should be the target of your discontent. You need to demand better. You need to stop spending your money on race swaps and poor depictions of your collective histories and folklore. If you want to see your stories told, demand they tell them. Make your voice loud and proud. Make your voice heard. Stop settling for male fairy godmothers, black mermaids, and Chinese Daphnes. Cry out for your folklore, your history. If you are tired of seeing slavery films, stop going to see them. Things will not change if you keep mindlessly consuming media because the story now has a lead that looks like you. Dear lore cops, I know your struggle. I know your pain. I know all too well your frustration. As a lover of Tolkien, a Star Wars kid, and a comic book nerd, I have argued with the diversity crowd until my face was a shade of azure blue. I have watched shows that I knew would suck only to quit because I simply could not continue putting myself through that. And due to two people I have spoken to recently, it dawned on me. Maybe it was the chemo brain, maybe it was because I never thought about it from that angle. But the more you rage, the more you hate watch, and the more you argue with Hollywood and the like, the more you feed the beast, and the more they profit off of your rage and utter frustration. The more you click on episodes you know you will hate to prove to people how much you hate them, you are telling the very machine you hate you want to see more of it. Every time you spend your money to see the movie you know you are going to hate in a theater, you are telling the movie execs it's working. They have taken your rage and flipped your own phrase, monetize your haters, on its ear. They are the ones laughing on the way to the bank when you hate watch media just to tell people how much you hate it. You are giving them free advertising every time you bitch about how bad something is. When you tell someone something sucks, you're triggering a curiosity in that person to see the thing. Stop it. Stop raging. Stop hate watching. And let the bad ideas fade into obscurity. That's all I have for now.
I'd like to take this time to thank you, the viewer, and my supporters whose names are on the screen for watching this video. If you liked it, there's a like button down there, and don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell so you can get notified every time there's an upload. There's also a video down below here in the bottom left-hand corner as a suggestion, as well as a couple of places that you can click to subscribe. As I always say, behave, my lovable misfits, and if you can't behave, at least be good at it.